Okay, so before we begin this event, I'd like to invite one of the guy who has had sleepless nights, right, to make this event come true. He is the country head of Caliber Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sanuk Tandon.
Hi, good evening. As Ari mentioned, I've had some sleepless nights, but I'll make sure I try stay as enthusiastic for this because I'm actually really excited and really grateful for all of you to be here tonight. First of all, I'd really like to extend my thank you to AdAmerica for hosting us here today. It's an incredible venue. The team have been fantastic throughout, and I really appreciate their agenda for supporting thought leadership events like Scale Up Your Tech Career, giving people an opportunity to learn from others that have walked the path before them. I'd also like to thank our partners that have made this event possible, including Bank BTPN, Gojek, Accenture, Blibli.com, Home Credit, Cartens Group, Amazon Web Services, and Facebook. So some of the top leading technology companies and innovative companies in Indonesia. So it's really a pleasure to have partnered with them and have speakers from these organizations presenting today. So many people know, well, many people don't know Caliber. So I'd like to just share a little bit about Caliber. We are a recruitment technology company. And what that means is we focus on helping high caliber talents and high caliber companies connect with each other. And even though we're quite known as a technology company, what many people don't know is we're also a social impact business. And for us, part of our social impact is thought leadership. It's educating high caliber talent on what's needed to actually succeed in today's economy, in today's environment where it's highly competitive. And Scale Up Your Tech Career is actually a component of our social impact work where we realize that for everyone that's an aspiring tech professional here today, for everyone that's a programmer, everyone that's a software engineer, or everyone that would like to be a leader of a technology or technology-driven business one day, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Right? You don't need to start from scratch. There are people that have walked the path before you. Right? There are people that have experienced the successes, that have experienced the failures, the challenges that come along the way. And you know, it is through their experiences that we can really gain insights and learn from their wisdom. We live in a day where we're so digitally connected with technology, knowledge, information is everywhere. With a few taps on your phone, you can really find out anything you need to know. But one thing that we believe is a tradition of passing knowledge from generation to generation, from seniors to you know, the next leaders to come. Speech, being present in an area, listening to stories, listening to folklore, that's actually one of the best ways. And so that's something that we absolutely want to preserve with this event. That's really the concept of Scale Up Your Tech Career. It's to give you that opportunity to hear, to learn, and network directly with the speakers. So that's all from me. Thank you again so much for turning up. I know the traffic in Jakarta has not been very friendly today, as usual. And I'm really grateful to have you all here. I'm really grateful to have the speakers, the partners, and again, AdAmerica hosting us. So I wish you all a wonderful evening, and I really hope that you do find this beneficial. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Sanuk. And before we proceed to the event, I'd like to thank all of our partners again. Bank BTPN, Gojek, Accenture, Cartens Group, Blibli, Home Credit, Amazon Web Service, Facebook, Idea, Angin, and of course, AdAmerica. Can we give a big hand for them? So, what's on the menu tonight? Now, all of you must be wondering right now. We'll have 3 different session formatted in a talk show manner. The first session would be about making the leap. The second session would be about leveling up, keeping your skills relevant. And then the third session would be about the wisdom of a CTO, or a Chief Technology Officer. Now, in each session, we'll have a question and answer session, and then preceded by the awarding of the plaque. The first topic is about making the leap from developer to a tech company leader. Because sometimes in life, you know, being a great programmer, having this bachelor degree or even master degree is not enough for you to be able to be one of the tech giants in the global scene. So this panel discussion will invite our speakers to share their insight on the skills, experiences, and understandings required to make the leap. Our first moderator, he is the founder of Nadipos, an online post platform that allow SMEs to manage sales, inventory, and customers in one place. He has expanded rapidly in the past 2 years and was selected as a part of the Google Launchpad program, where they receive mentorship and equity-free funding. Before Nadipos, he was in the US for 10 years, where he studied computer science and worked in consulting before coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our first moderator, Tarun Agarwal. Now, for our first speaker. This guy is the founder and the CEO of Cartens Group. What is Cartens Group? Now, he has brought more than 10 years of executive experience in the development and utilization of modern IT. Cartens Group is one of the leading ICT developers in the country, with more than 60 government institutions, 10 banks, and many private companies. He holds a master's degree in IT from the University of Indonesia and a bachelor degree in computer science from Asian Banking, Finance, and Informatics Institute and Bina Nusantara University. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Gito Wahyudi. All right, now our second speaker for our first session, he is the Vice President of Development at Blibli.com. He is a seasoned tech executive with 18 years of experience in the software industry. He oversees development of data analytic platform, supply chain management platform, and internal back office. So this guy does it all, okay? Prior to joining at Blibli.com, he served as Director of Software Engineering at MicroStrategy. He has a bachelor degree from the University of Wisconsin and master degree from Johns Hopkins University. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Xiao Gi Qian. And there we have it, our two speakers, our moderator. Mr. Moderator, the stage is yours now.
So thank you for that. Glad to be over here. Glad to see everyone over here as well. And we look forward to a great session with Gito and Gi Qian. Basically, our session is about making the leap from a developer to a tech leader. With the growing number of startups, it's really important that we have strong tech leaders that can help build the ecosystem. And today we're going to spend the next 30 minutes discussing about that. So I think we already got the introduction from earlier speaker about Gito and Gi Qian. So we'll continue. We'll jump right into the questions. So the first question is, why did you choose to become a tech leader, and what is the most amazing part about it?
Sorry, I will speak in Bahasa because most of you is Indonesian. Pertama kali saya memilih menjadi leader di teknologi company, kebetulan Cartens itu banyak fokus bantu pemerintah. Waktu itu saya pergi ke negara maju, Korea, dan saya lihat semua government-nya itu menggunakan IT. Dan dari situ saya bermimpi bahwasannya Indonesia bisa melakukan hal serupa seperti itu. Kenapa? Karena hampir kebanyakan perusahaan IT saat ini fokus ke hal-hal yang inovasi canggih, tapi mereka lupa pemerintah sebagai penyedia infrastruktur itu tidak ada yang bantu benerin bagaimana mereka meningkatkan kapabilitas, bagaimana mereka menggunakan IT untuk membantu masyarakat atau warga negaranya. Jadi saat itu saya memutuskan karena saya punya background IT yang cukup kuat, terutama programming. Oke, saya harus jadi leader di sini karena saya lihat tidak ada yang bantu pemerintah Indonesia dan saya percaya bahwasannya kita bisa menyediakan kapasitas untuk pemerintah Indonesia itu sendiri. Dan hal yang paling menakjubkan bagi saya membantu mereka adalah ternyata mereka juga mau berubah untuk memberikan ke masyarakatnya lebih baik. Cuman mungkin sebagian dari kita menganggap pemerintah kita itu ya dari sudut pandang yang buruk, korupsi dan segala macam. Dan kami Carstens ingin merubah itu menjadi sesuatu yang berbeda dan sehingga negara bisa menyediakan infrastruktur untuk semua termasuk Anda-anda yang di sini bisa berinovasi lebih baik.
Same question?
Yes. If you'd like to add anything to that or your experience.
All right, so I'll add from my perspective. I believe that it's all actually about leverage. Being a tech leader give us an opportunity to make a very big impact in the company. So technology itself is a huge enabler. For example, in Blibli.com we have over 100 customer service agents. And in technology department IT, we have just 3 people working on the application to support these 140 agents. We like to think like they should be a force multiplier, right? Like they say about U.S. Marines. If we just add these 3 people to the team of customer service, we get 143 people instead of 140. But taking them out and then have them build applications that can enable these customer service agents to respond quicker to our customer request or inquiry, that by itself can make those 140 people act like 300, 500 people. So the leverage that technology provides is a very, very attractive factor in this case. And as far as becoming a leader, the same actually it's about a leverage. So in Blibli we have about almost 300 people in our technology department. And these 300 people is actually run by a team of about 15 managers. Each manager has about 20 people in there, and any decision that this management team makes will directly affect the productivity of these 300 people in the department. So you got to be looking at how a single person's impact can make a difference in the productivity of 20 people, which in turn actually impacting the productivity of hundreds of people within the company, and even millions of people, millions of customers outside the Blibli. So I'd say that that's a very, very attractive factor to become a tech leader.
That's great. Good to know about that. So one of the other things is that, as Gito mentioned, that there were particular moments in his life when he realized that he would want to be a tech leader. Is there any critical moment or any critical point, as you said, you were working with the government and you realized that there's a shortcoming there, but any particular time when you realize that you need to be a leader and step up rather than just being a developer? Anything you would say of that?
Oke, dalam hidup menurut saya hanya ada 2 pilihan, menjadi pilot atau menjadi penumpang. Anda bisa jadi penumpang, duduk di belakang, santai, menikmati pemandangan, dilayani pramugari, tapi tiba-tiba saat Anda buka jendela, Anda sadar bahwa sana itu bukan arah yang Anda harapkan. Pilihannya Anda harus jadi pilot kalau memang mau mengarahkan kapal tersebut ke arah yang Anda harapkan. Dan karena ini berkaitan dengan mimpi saya untuk membangun Indonesia yang lebih baik, saya tidak bisa untuk hanya jadi penumpang, melihat keadaan diam saja. Maka saya harus memilih untuk jadi pemimpin. Dan di saat itu kemampuan saya terus terang teknis. Tapi saya berani memilih untuk menjadi pemimpin karena saya harus jadi pilot dalam hidup saya sendiri.
As for me, actually, I would say that there is no discrete step that I transform from being a developer into a leader. It's more like a continuous evolution throughout my career. So I started as a junior developer, learning about the code, learning about the technology, and as I get more comfortable, more familiar with the existing code base, and then more team members come, then I help them to set up their environment, get the build compiled, help them debug some issues, and then as the scope of the team actually grows, then also starting taking more responsibilities. So it's actually a small gradual steps in the increase of technology that that brought me from where I was like 18 years ago into where I am now.
That's great. No, it's good to know that why and how you became a tech leader. But one of the things which people want to do when they aspire is knowing how to go about it. So we would like to know if there's any particular skills or anything which you need to learn in order to get to that level, and how did you go about learning those?
Karena background saya itu juga programmer, jadi pada saat saya memutuskan untuk menjadi leader, hal yang paling saya harus pelajari adalah mengerti bisnis itu bagaimana. Dan itu sangat berbeda, dunia yang sangat berbeda. Programmer itu semua ilmu exact. 1 tambah 1 sama dengan 2. Di bisnis ini sangat-sangat variatif. Bukan hanya hal-hal yang secara logika itu bisa jalan. Jadi hal yang paling sangat saya awal pelajari adalah bagaimana menjalankan bisnis, bagaimana saya bisa tahu bagaimana menjual satu produk ke customer dan segala macam. Dan itu saya rasa pelajaran paling panjang saya sampai dengan saat ini belum selesai.
Actually, I tend to agree with Gito. Speaking the language of business is an essential part of being a tech leader. Other than that, I'd like to add another, based on my own experience actually. So the way that I climbed the career ladder as a developer was actually when I was a developer, I got promoted often because I was able to work fast. Like I fixed 2 or 3 bugs in a day, whereas my colleague could do 1. But how did I do that? Actually, I spent a lot of time in my desk, looking at codes and debugging that, maybe searching Quora or Google. So I was sort of very reclusive. So not too much social interaction. During the time when my colleague would be gathering around water coolers, having conversations, I would stay at my desk, still in front of the computer, taking a look at the code. And that, while it worked when I was a developer, it doesn't work anymore when I'm a leader. So now I am supposed to actually get off my chair, get over to somebody else's place, make a conversation, understand what the team dynamics is, what's going on the field, identify problems, and sort those out, tackle those. It's not something that we can, the problems that we are solving as leaders are not problems that we can read from code or from documentations. It's problem that is going on in the team live. So we actually need to interact more with people and get a lot of temperature checks within the team itself. Like what's going on with the team, how people are feeling, what kind of problems are delaying the progress, what can we do to solve them, how can we make the team more productive. I think those are the things that...
That's Thanks. Great to know. And as you mentioned that you had to learn particular skills and you had to learn how to manage people, would you say to our audience over here that they would need any particular courses or any kind of training they can go for to get to that next level, or would it be more from experience that they would learn that?
Oke, saya rasa tidak ada kursus atau training yang benar-benar sesuai dengan kebutuhan bisnis atau menjadi leader. Saya rasa menjadi seorang leader itu lebih banyak dari pengalaman. Dan biasanya mungkin bagi teman-teman yang baru mau mencoba menjadi leader itu tantangannya banyak. Biasanya mereka banyak berpikir terkait risiko, bagaimana kalau gagal, bagaimana kalau ini semua tidak berjalan dengan baik dan segala macam. Saya rasa kursus atau kata kunci untuk bisa benar-benar menjadi seorang leader itu hanya satu sih. Mulai sekarang juga. Karena dengan mulai mungkin nanti akan gagal, bangkit, gagal, bangkit, gagal, bangkit. Sampai kapanpun kegagalan tetap akan datang. Jadi tergantung level Anda punya cita-cita. Karena saya rasa untuk sampai ke satu titik, misalnya kita di dalam sebuah perahu gitu kan, kita mau sampai ke satu pulau, itu halangannya bukan hanya ombak, angin dan lain-lain, mungkin juga ada ikan buas. Nah kalau Anda bersantai-santai mungkin akan lama sampai ke pulau tersebut. Anda bakar kapal Anda. Kalau Anda bakar kapal Anda pilihannya cuma dua, Anda mati kecemplung atau sampai pulau dengan cepat. Jadi mulai dari sekarang itu yang paling tepat menurut saya.
That was very intense. That's great. What about you, Gikian?
I'd say we actually have to start things right. So I like what someone actually says. Preparing for life is like buttoning up your shirt, right? So you need to get the first position right, and then everything else will follow. If you got the first button on your shirt tucked wrong, then everything else will be wrong. So then, what is this first thing that we need to get right to become a good leader? In the team, we need to be able to build a very good trust among the team itself, between the team members, the people that we lead, between people that we lead and ourselves, between us and our peers, and between us and our managers as well. So there has to be a high degree of trust between all of the stakeholders involved. From then on, everything else will become much easier to do. So that would be my my advice for people who wants to become a leader. Cultivate this good relationship among all the people involved. Within this high trust environment, things will work much better, much easier, much more smoothly.
Thank you for that. So I do notice that you have a lot of experience outside of Indonesia as well, and Gikian, you have had a startup over there as well before. I would like to ask, is there any difference or any particular skill you would need to know compared to other places outside in Indonesia, or something different about Indonesia which makes it more challenging or more unique in terms of being a tech leader?
Actually, I was in the United States for working at the company for 11 years. Before I moved to China, I was there for 5 years in China, and then 2 years ago, I moved to Jakarta and joined Blibli.com. So as far as the differences in culture, I think Indonesians tend to be more, I'd say, quiet and shy in expressing ideas. So compared to people outside the country, typically people here would tend to be more self-reserved. So if there is anything that they feel not comfortable with, Indonesian people would like to keep it to themselves and avoid a conflict situation. It's good in a way that there is not much conflict going on, but then in the deep inside, if it is not addressed and it goes on for on and on and on, it's actually not healthy for the team itself. So actually, I implore you guys here, whenever you see that there's something that is not right, feel free to actually speak up your mind and tell your leaders, tell your peers, hey, there's a better way to do this. Maybe we can try this. That would help everybody in the long run.
Kalau saya lihat yang sangat berbeda dari Indonesia ya tadi, saya setuju. Orangnya malu-malu. Mungkin kalau bahasa sini nggak enakan atau pekewoh. Jadi pada saat punya ide, punya mimpi, punya apapun yang mau dicapai, rata-rata mereka saya malu untuk mulai. Saya malu untuk mengungkapkan ide saya. Saya malu untuk menonjolkan kemampuan saya. Dan itu memang saya setuju sekali. Itu yang menjadi perbedaan dengan negara-negara di luar. Mungkin orang-orang di negara selain Indonesia banyak yang berani. Mungkin belum tentu skillnya lebih tinggi dari kalian. Tapi mereka lebih punya keberanian untuk mengekspresikan ide mereka. Melakukan apa yang mereka mau lakukan. Mungkin itu.
Thank you for that. So this is more specific to Gito. I know you work a lot with the government as well. And anything in particular you had to compromise, or as a tech leader, was it challenging for you when dealing with the government or any of the institutions, or even in your end?
Saat saya mencoba melakukan deal dengan government, saya punya satu strategi. Karena biasanya saya spesifik ke pemerintah daerah, karena saya mau membangun daerah-daerah yang ada di Indonesia. Bagi mereka paling fundamental adalah bagaimana meningkatkan pendapatan mereka. Sehingga mereka bisa punya uang untuk membangun daerahnya. Karena kalau kita bicara, saya kurang setuju smart city atau hal-hal lain yang mungkin itu teknologinya cukup canggih, tapi mereka tidak punya budget yang cukup, bahkan tidak punya kapasitas orang-orang yang cukup, itu akan jadi sia-sia. Itu hanya jadi tools yang tidak bermanfaat. Jadi saya selalu datang untuk membantu bagaimana meningkatkan pendapatan sehingga mereka bisa bergerak untuk investasi infrastruktur terutama di teknologi, melayani masyarakatnya dengan teknologi dan hal-hal lainnya yang bisa bermanfaat. Sebagai contoh, kami coba bantu pemerintah di Bali untuk meningkatkan pariwisata mereka. Saya bantu mereka dari 2012, pendapatan mereka sekitar 960 miliar. Dan sampai dengan nanti akhir 2017 itu akan diprediksi sekitar 4,7 triliun. Dan semua sekarang orang yang spesifik di pemerintah Badung di Bali, semua siswa yang sekolah dari mulai SMP sampai SMA itu diberikan laptop gratis oleh pemerintahnya. Dan itu menurut saya kami masih membutuhkan banyak orang-orang untuk gabung bersama kami untuk membantu pemerintah daerah. Dan sebenarnya pemerintah itu butuh bantuan kita.
Thank you for that. So Giken, on your end, if there's any institutions or anyone you had to deal with as a tech leader, and how did you go about it?
In our department, we don't actually deal much with government. We do deal with many third-party providers. So we have in our ecosystem, we embrace several, actually many technology companies, so that we can grow together in this e-commerce ecosystem. So we partners with banks, with payment gateways. We partners with several other payment providers like Indomaret, PT Pos. All you guys can all use those when shopping at Blibli.com. We partners with many logistic companies. There are over 15 logistic companies that we use to provide shipping all over Indonesia. So at each of these integration point, then we do need to interact with them. We make sure that our system and their system can talk properly, that any error condition can be handled gracefully. So those are the things that we work together And then we want to make sure that when we grow, as Blibli grow, actually, it's not just us, but it's the whole ecosystem that supports this e-commerce business. So that's actually our dream, that we will bring the whole Indonesia to have a better life throughout Blibli.com.
Thank you for that. We have a few more minutes. The last question is, what would you consider as the hardest part about being a tech leader, and something you have to keep a track on every day as you are a tech leader over here?
Hanya satu hal yang menurut saya paling susah menjadi leader di teknologi itu adalah managing people. Karena di sisi teknologi kita dealing sama mesin, coding, software, itu sesuatu yang mudah diatur. Tapi dealing sama orang ini nggak bisa kita lakukan sebagai mesin. Mereka harus kita lakukan sebagai bunga atau kembang. Kita harus rawat mereka dengan benar-benar menggunakan hati sehingga mereka bisa tumbuh lebih cerah, lebih baik karena kita benar-benar menggunakan hati untuk mengatur mereka. Dan managing people benar-benar bukan sesuatu yang bisa dipelajari dari kursus ataupun bangku sekolah.
I agree with that. So we tech people, we tend to see the world like an engineering problem. So when there is a problem to be solved, we analyze it, we gather the facts, we throw out what doesn't make sense, what makes sense we consider, and then we try to formulate solutions. But that works in the tech world, but as we become leader, we deal with people. It's not that black and white anymore. Sometimes you get information, you have to take it with a bit of a grain of salt. Is the information correct or not? There is sometimes emotion running when inside the interaction with other people. It's not just facts, logical, but also there might be also some hidden agendas that behind what people are saying. So all those actually is not what we deal with in the tech world, but we actually need to face this as a leader. So I think that's one of actually the hardest part being a leader. I totally agree with Gito.
Thank you for that. With that, we would like to move on to our Q&A session. We would like to open it to the floor. Anyone would like to ask any questions? Oh, so those are questions? Got it. Okay. Should I lead a small startup or work at your company? Good question. So, would you like to take that, Gito?
Okay. Karena saya punya perusahaan, saya pilih jawaban sebaiknya Anda kerja dulu sama saya. Nggak. Gini, sebelum saya mulai startup, saya harus tahu dulu bagaimana kehidupan di startup. Dan mungkin nggak hanya startup, mungkin Anda harus punya pengalaman di enterprise yang sudah besar. Karena dengan begitu Anda bisa membandingkan bagaimana perusahaan yang baru berjalan dengan perusahaan yang sudah mungkin bertahun-tahun berjalan. Dan ini akan jadi membuka cara pandang Anda untuk berinteraksi dengan pegawai-pegawai lainnya. Karena saat Anda menjalankan sebuah perusahaan, ini benar-benar bukan tentang diri Anda sendiri, tapi bagaimana tentang bekerja dengan tim. Dan ingat, dalam satu tim itu tidak semuanya pintar. Bahkan satu kata yang saya teringat waktu Presiden John F. Kennedy datang ke ruang NASA itu, salah satu OB di situ ngomong, Mr. President, saya membantu mengirim orang ke bulan. Kenapa? Walaupun dia cuma mengantarkan mungkin minuman atau makanan ke para astronot, tapi dia merasa punya peran. Dan itu sebenarnya yang harus kalian bentuk kalau kalian mau membuat startup. Dan mungkin menurut saya Anda harus belajar dulu baik itu di lingkungan startup maupun enterprise.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next question. Thank you for that. what is the most precious lesson you have learned in past regarding to build your professional career? Giken, would you like to take that question?
Actually, I would like to reiterate what I already stated earlier. So I think the most important lesson is to build good relationship with people around you. So let's not focus just at the code, at your task at hand, but also it's very important to say hi, say hello to your peers, and maybe even people outside of your departments. Like the wider your network is, the better it is for you. So it's great that you actually come here, meet new people. So later, make sure that you meet as many new people as possible. Not just stay within your group if you come in a group. So get out of your routine and meet a lot of new people and build a relationship. I think that's a very, very positive thing that is going to help your career down the road.
So thank you for that. That's the time we have actually for this session. We'd like to continue with the next session. Thank you for Gito and Giken for that.